Hello and welcome back to another video from Tech Spotlight. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. Guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you the top 5 best value laptops that I have found. Most of these range anywhere from $300 to $600, so they do fit a pretty good budget. So without further ado, guys, let's jump in. Alright, so the first laptop I have on today's list is the Lenovo Idea Pad 1. This laptop is a 15.6-inch screen. Screen resolution comes in at 1920 by 1080p. This is also pre-installed with 20 gigs of DDR4 RAM. And for storage, you're going to get a 1 terabyte M.2 solid state drive. So you're going to be able to store like everything that you need, especially with that RAM. You're going to be able to multitask, maybe do some video editing, some light gaming, some graphics design, things like that. In terms of the graphics on this, you got the Intel UHD graphics integrated, and processor, this is an Intel Celeron N4500. Operating system, like most, this is Windows 11 Home. This is also pretty lightweight, so this weighs in at 3.42 pounds, so this is something that would be great for if you're going to be traveling. It's lightweight, so this would be great for college students if you're using it for your home office, if you like working in various places at home, or maybe you want to take it down to the coffee shop and do some work. It's going to be pretty lightweight. In terms of the ports, you're going to get one USB 2.0, one USB-C 3.2, one USB 3.2, one card reader, and one HDMI port. Battery life on this, it comes in at 11 hours, so you're going to be able to take this with you on the go and not have to worry about that battery being dead when you need it most either. So some bonus features I wanted to mention: this does have an anti-glare coated screen and has rapid charge technology. So you're going to get 2 hours of battery life charged up in just 15 minutes. So, even if you are traveling, even if you only have a couple minutes to plug the laptop in to charge it, you're going to get some very, very good battery life out of that too. So based on that, looks like you're going to be able to charge this in roughly an hour to hour and 15 minutes, maybe about an hour and 20 minutes to full charge, and then have 11 hours of battery life. So that is one of the reasons why I feel that this provides a really good value. And let's jump over to listing and just check this out. All right, so I've got the listing pulled up right here. So this is the Lenovo Idea Pad 1. Just a few things that I want to point out on this one. You can see right here where I'm clicking, this has over 1,000 bought in the past month. This has 581 ratings, and 62% of those ratings are 5-star reviews too. So, and currently this is on a limited time deal, so this deal is not going to be good forever, but it is 15% off right now on Amazon. So again, this would be, like I said, this would be great for a college student, someone working from home, someone even on the go. If you travel a lot, this would be a great lightweight laptop that you could take with you when you're out doing whatever life needs you to do, right? All right, so here we have the Dell Inspiron 3511. This is a 15.6-inch laptop. Screen resolution on this one comes in at 1920 by 1080. And this is pre-installed with 12 gigs of DDR4 RAM. And for storage, you got a 256 gig M.2 solid state drive. Again, this is going to be something that still would suffice for some light gaming, some video editing, some graphics design, any of your home office or work from home needs. This would be great for college students. So again, going for value here. Of course, we would like to see that storage increased a little bit, but that is internal storage, so you can always get an external hard drive as well, or an external solid state drive to have additional storage with you. It does have the Intel UHD graphics integrated, and for processor, you have an Intel Core i5-1035G1 processor, and operating system is Windows 11 Home. This is still a pretty weight laptop as well, coming at 3.74 pounds. And for your ports, you're going to get an SD card reader on this, one USB 2.0, two USB 3.2s, one HDMI, and one headphone and microphone audio jack. One nice thing on this is it does have an anti-glare screen, so if you want to work like outside and things like that, the anti-glare screens are superb for that. Battery life is slightly on the lower end, coming in anywhere between 5 and 7 hours. So this is something too that if you're going to be doing some projects and things like that, you're going to want to make sure that you have access to recharge the laptop if you need it. But real quick, let's jump over to the listing and check it out. All right, so I've got the Dell Inspiron 15 pulled up right here. This is a listing for it. So just a few things I wanted to point out. You can see right here where I'm clicking, 400 plus bought in the past month. This listing has 343 ratings, and 67% of those are 5-star reviews. You can see that the price on this laptop is $411.88 US. So again, does come in under that coveted $500 or under budget. And again, I do feel that this provides a lot of value. Just the main thing, like I mentioned before, would love to see some additional storage on this, but the Intel Core i5 processor, the 12 gigs of RAM, are going to be able to allow you to multitask and do some things that you need to do without being limited by lower amounts of RAM or a slower processor. So this overall, I do feel provides a pretty good value, and it is touchscreen as well. So, all right, and here we've got the Asus Vivobook Go. This is a 15.6-inch laptop. Screen resolution is 1920 by 1080p. It is pre-installed with 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM and a 512 gigabyte solid-state drive. Graphics, you got the AMD Radeon graphics, and the processor is an AMD Ryzen 5 7520U. Windows 11 Home is the operating system. Weight comes in at 3.59 pounds. For ports, you're going to get one USB 2.0, one USB 3.2, one USB-C 3.2, and one HDMI. Battery life comes in right around 8 hours, which I feel is a real nice medium in terms of battery life. That 10 plus hour mark is great, but 8 hours is pretty good. Just some bonus features I wanted to mention on this. It does have a nano edge display, which means that the bezels on the sides are very small, so you're going to get more screen. It does have a lay flat hinge and rapid charging, so you're going to get roughly 2 hours of charging with anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes of charge time. So let's jump over to the listing here real quick and check this one out. All right, so here I've got the Asus Vivobook Go pulled up right here. Some things I wanted to mention on this. 300 bought in the past month. You can see where I'm clicking right here. Has 122 ratings on this listing, and 70% of those ratings are 5 stars. So who I would recommend this laptop for, again, this is lightweight. Battery life is pretty decent. Processing power is pretty good. Would like to see some additional RAM. Storage is pretty decent. Of course, the 1 terabyte storage is excellent, but again, you could always expand that with an external solid state drive. RAM, you could always look into the specs on this and see if this has 2 slots for RAM or if it's just 1. And you could potentially upgrade that to 16 gigs or 32 gigs yourself if you would want to and provide some additional value. But who I would recommend this laptop for would be anyone, working home office, doing some work from home, college students that need to do some work. You could do some video editing, some photo editing. Don't know if I'd recommend this for CAD drafting or gaming, but it does have some pretty decent processing power with the AMD Ryzen 5. So you get a good mix of a little bit of everything with this laptop. In terms of specs, none of them are excellent. The AMD Ryzen 5 is really nice. Some of the specs could be better, but the really nice thing on this laptop is it's $379. So for that value, you do get quite a bit. So this is a pretty solid laptop if you're just looking for something under that $400 mark. All right, and here we've got the Asus Vivobook S15. This is a 15.6-inch laptop. Screen resolution comes in at 1920 by 1080p. You do have 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM and a 512 gigabyte M.2 solid-state drive. So you're going to get a decent amount of storage, a decent amount of RAM. You're also going to have AMD Radeon graphics with an AMD Ryzen 5 5600H processor. Operating system is Windows 11 Home. This laptop also weighs at 3.75 pounds. For ports, you're going to get two USB 3.2 Type-C ports, one USB 3.2 Type-A, one USB 2.0 port Type-A, a 3.5 millimeter audio jack, and Wi-Fi 6. Now for some bonus features I want to mention on this one. It does have a lay flat hinge and a fingerprint scanner, which is going to provide, the fingerprint scanner is going to provide some additional security to the laptop. And then the lay flat hinge is just kind of nice. Just one of those neat little features, because you don't see a lot of laptops that can do that. So that's just kind of a cool thing. Battery life comes in somewhere around the 6 to 7 hour mark. But I'm going to get this listing pulled up and discuss this a little bit further. All right, so here I've got the Asus Vivobook S15 pulled up. Some things I want to point out. This listing has just a few ratings, and 26% of those are 5-star. So again, could be the seller maybe. I don't know. This particular one just doesn't have a lot of reviews, but some of the specs on it's really nice. So I would like to see a little bit more in terms of why that's so few, but right now this does have a pretty steep discount, 21% off from $749.99 to $589. So you're saving about $160 on the sale price on this laptop right now. I think it provides a good value, but again, I don't know exactly why the ratings are so few on this particular listing. I would recommend a laptop like this to your, if you're a college student, if you're doing some work from home, doing some business work, things like that. Would like to see some additional RAM on this. Would like to see some additional storage space on this. But for everything you get, you've got tons of ports for connectivity. You've got the AMD Ryzen 5 processor. You've got the full HD display. And, it's overall appears to be a very nice laptop. But again, just being completely transparent here, not sure why this is, based on the reviews, not performing like what I would imagine. So if you want to check this listing out any further, check down in the video description. All right, so here we've got an HP 17. This is a 17.3-inch laptop. Screen resolution comes in at 1600 by 900. Is pre-installed with 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM and a 1 terabyte M.2 solid state drive. These are some of the specs that I love to see. Tons of storage, tons of RAM, good screen resolution. You're going to have the Intel UHD graphics, an 11th gen Intel Core i3, 1125 G4 processor. Operating system is Windows 11 Pro. Does come in at 6.5 pounds. And for ports, you're going to get two USB 3.0 Type-A, one USB 3.0 Type-C, one HDMI, and one headphone microphone output jack. I would like to mention that this does have an anti-glare screen coating, so really nice if you want to work outside, and battery life comes in at 10 hours. So let's get this listing pulled up and we'll check it out a little further. All right, so here is the HP 17. So this one has 70 ratings, 74% of those are 5-star. And this is currently discounted a little bit here from $629 to $537, so 15% off. So right around $90 off, $100 bought in the past month. Now, again, this is a laptop that has some specs I like to see. I would like to see a newer version of this with a 13th gen Intel Core i3 processor, but again, we're looking for things on a budget. So, the 11th gen is 2 generations old, but again, when the newer generations come out, the older ones get a little bit cheaper, so it can help you get a nicer budget. So again, entirely up to you. But I do like that this has Windows 11 Pro, the anti-glare screen, 32 gigs of RAM, and a 1 terabyte solid state drive. So you've got a great amount of storage, a good amount of RAM. Even if it's the 11th gen, still a pretty decent processor. And really long battery life, especially for a 17-inch laptop. You typically, some of them that I've looked at, I haven't seen too many, at least budget, value budget friendly, that come in at that 10-hour battery life. So that is really nice too. Now, this being a 17-inch screen, would be great for someone that's doing some video editing, some graphics design, college work, home business, things like that. Would be a great laptop for someone looking to do any of those things, if not a little bit more, because you could do some light gaming on this. Not like AAA gaming, but some like indie titles and things like that you could definitely run and have no issues. But overall, very, very good value. Even at the $629, provides a pretty good value, but saving some money right now, who wouldn't want to? So if you want to check this out, check down in the video description. All right, guys, so there you have it. Those are my top 5 picks for the best value laptops. I hope this helps you get some information if you happen to be in the market for a laptop. If you want to check any of them out, I do have links in the video description. I do want to disclose that those are Amazon affiliate links, so the channel would make a small commission on any qualifying purchase, but that would help the channel to grow and to be able to make better content for you. So if you help support the channel, I absolutely appreciate it, but it is optional. So guys, this was Tech Spotlight. I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.